Today is March 14, Thursday. I watch time for major FF starting tomorrow to Saturday, 315316. It looks like nothing happened yesterday. Lately it's been relatively quiet. I have a gut feeling that they might be waiting for the first signal, first event to break off from the supernatural realm into the physical realm. Today I'd like to discuss something interesting, very intriguing in my opinion. The past weekend I came across this movie and God wanted me to watch this movie. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. The synopsis is, while still a boy, Abraham Lincoln loses his mother to a vampire bite. He vows revenge, but fails in the attempt, narrowly escaping with his life. He is rescued by Henry, a charismatic vampire hunter who instructs Abe in the fine art of dispatching bloodsuckers. Abe continues his fight against the undead well into adulthood and his presidency, making a last stand against the ultimate vampire foe on the eve of the Civil War's defining battle. Notice that the budget is $69 million. 69 is a cycle, right? Going round and round, and also related to time. Release day is June 18, of course, in 2012, the defining moment of the end times, one of the defining moments. 618. Okay. So that's a 16, 18, or 19. Proverbs 30:15. The horse-leech had two daughters, crying, "Give, give." There are three things that are never satisfied, yea, four things say not, it is enough. Notice that horse-leech is a false translation here. Aluka H5936. We have a 59 and we have a 36 here. Aluka is a feminine Hebrew word that means horse leech, a type of leech with many teeth that feeds on the throats of animals. According to some biblical scholars, Aluka can mean bloodlusting monster or vampire. Aluka is first referred to in Proverbs 30 of the Bible. Proverbs 30:15. Is the creature to be a living human being, but can shape change into a wolf? Long hair, feeding on blood for a long enough time. Once dead, a vampire can be prevented from becoming a demon by being buried with its mouth stuffed with earth. The claim is that Solomon refers to a female demon named Aluka in a riddle that he tells in Proverbs. The riddle involves Aluka's ability to curse a womb bearing seed. Historically, Aluka has been closely associated with Lilith, or thought to be her direct descendant. The name Aluka may additionally merely be another title for Lilith. R.E.L. Masters describes the Aluka as a Hebrew succubus and vampire derived from Babylonian demonology. Now let's take a look at the meanings. Strong's H5936. Horse leech, vampire-like demon. Lilith as Aluka in Proverbs 30. Lilith in the Bible, that is quite fascinating. It comes in Proverbs 30:15-16, which speaks of a demoness titled Aluka. Proverbs heavily mystic passages speak of two types of barren women given over to the power of Aluka. To one woman, Aluka serves as a source of cursing and death, but to the other woman, Aluka is the catalyst in granting a promised seed. So this Aluka, identified as the mother of Astris, female bird-like winged monsters, whom were said to devour children and drink their blood. Aluka, Lilith, Astris. Traditions on Aluka reveal her similarity to Lilith. Like Lilith, Aluka sought to snatch and kill children for revenge. Aluka is perhaps best known as the namesake mother of the Jewish vampires, the Aluka. There, the Aluka, referred to by their French names Astris, were demon-filled female creatures with bird-like characteristics who could fly and who unleashed their supernatural powers by releasing their long hair. The French Astris derives from strax, a Latin word for night owl. This Latin term was apparently used because the ancient Romans believed that the owls consumed human blood. In later medieval legends, they continue to be associated with screech owls. There is the fascinating possibility that the same medieval beliefs that led to the association of Aluka to owls led to KJV translators to render Lilith in Isaiah 34 as screech owl. When faced with the proper name of a demon in the Hebrew scripture, the KJV almost always attempts to translate the name as a reference to a common animal that might be associated with it. It may be from Aluka's legend that the KJV translated Lilith as screech owl. They were confronted with a demoness name, and in its place they used the name of the animal most closely associated with it. Now let's take a look at Isaiah 34:14. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there, and find herself a place of rest. Lilith is a female figure in Mesopotamian and Jewish mythology, theorized to be the first wife of Adam, and supposedly the primordial she-demon. Lilith is cited as having been banished from the Garden of Eden for not complying with and obeying Adam. The original Hebrew word from which the name Lilith is taken is in the biblical Hebrew, in the book of Isaiah, though Lilith herself is not mentioned in any biblical text. The name Lilith stems from Lilith too. Lily. The Akkadian word Lilu is related to the Hebrew word Lilith, appearing in Isaiah 34:14, which is thought to be a night bird by some modern scholars. Commentators and interpreters often envision the figure of Lilith as a dangerous demon of the night, who is sexually wanton and who steals babies in the darkness. Now we know Lilith was the first wife of Adam, and she is a demon, a vampire, and her normal form is an owl. Also, she killed babies for revenge. In this painting, her hair is ginger color. She is one of the enemies of God and Jesus. That refer back to the movie that I watched the past weekend, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I believe among Satan, the fallen angels, and all the demons and creatures, they also fight against each other. I've heard a lot of people say that in the war zone, it's not only humans fighting against humans. It's actually monsters, Leviathans involved in the battlefield. I don't think this movie is just a fiction. I believe they are telling us that among themselves they fight against each other to see who rule the world, really, In the next video, I will associate the story of Lilith to King, Satan, and all the rest.